What is up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite day of the week. We are at Keeping It 100 with Gissel and Victor. As always, this is your host, Victor Ortega, with
Gissel.
And today, this week, we have the one and only broker, owner of La Rosa Downtown Orlando. And let me say that one more time. La Rosa Downtown Orlando, Mr. Rjb himself, Rodney J. Bailey. So,
Cheers to that. Cheers, guys.
Cheers to that, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me, man. For real.
Thank you for saying yes. Because I know the broker life must not be easy. Must not be like all how people might think it is. So that's why we wanted to have you here.
Yeah.
Wanted to ask you exactly like how's the life, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. You know. I see.
Listen,
drinking.
Hey, let's make full disclosure. Okay, I already had a couple drinks.
New bottle. You opening a new bottle.
Wow. For the show.
Yeah, you're opening a brand new bottle. Like pouring it in.
This is special right here.
It is special. I mean, it's not every day that we have, our broker sit with us and just, chit chat, shoot the shit like people say.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we drink with him, but
but not in
this
format. Yeah, not in this format. He's a very down to earth person. I think that's why, I think I got attracted to joining that office was because, you're down to earth. You like, we have a lot of similar similar things that we like.
Yeah.
We wanna grow. We're hungry, and we just wanna thank you for having us in your office, for having us here, or us having you here. Sorry,
you being here with
being here with us.
Like I said, man, I appreciate. Like I said, at the dinner when I was saying you guys like 30 times. I didn't post the video, but anyway, we'll get into that later. You guys had a bunch of options, man. You guys are great. When I see you guys on social media, I'm like, man, they're gonna kill it, man. They starting to kill it. I always watched you guys, so I know you guys had a lot of options, and I really appreciate you guys coming to us.
No, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Options, yeah, you're right about that because and you knew this. We interviewed different companies, we interviewed different offices, and we just felt that we can build something out of the La Rosa downtown office, and we are going to build something. We're going to do something great. So
I feel like we wanted to be part of something that's growing, and we like to grow with things. So it's a good place.
And we feel that we can learn something, and at the same time, we can provide some value to whoever decides to join the office. And now you're how big is your office right now?
Agents wise?
Yeah.
75
agents, and you only been open for 2 years.
2020
was you opened during the pandemic, so
right before the pandemic.
Right, that in itself should say a lot. So let's go ahead and jump into the questions, because we already have millions of people watching us already on YouTube. You don't even know it. You can't see it from this side, but we got like millions of people already watching. But so is Mr. Rjb single, married, situationship?
He got right to that.
That's the first one. That's
people want to know the juicy details first.
Yeah, we gonna cut to the chase here.
Forget that. Let's get right to it. I'm single. Single, and when I say single, I mean I could go out on a date and ain't nobody gonna run up on you talk about what are you doing. We talk about the real single. You know what I'm saying? The real boy.
And you ain't gonna get no text while you're in dates. You're not gonna get nobody running up on you.
Ain't gotta worry about none of that. No crazy phone calls. Not all guys, but some guys like, yeah, I'm single, but then
then you got somebody running up on you while you having a drink.
Right.
Like, no.
Right.
That's a horrible experience to go through.
Watching you and doing all that stuff. No, there's none of that here. And that took time. That's not something that just happens.
Right.
Okay.
That takes time for the complete separation.
No, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, because like I was single at one point, and things were like,
you're like, no, you wasn't. You never single.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, well, I was single for a little bit, but it kind of is. People think that it's easy sometimes. Oh, you're single, you do whatever you want. Like, no, not really. It's like you single, but you always like, trying to talk to somebody, trying to not be lonely. You want to be single but not lonely,
right?
So stuff like that could happen, but it is what it is. So that's a good thing. That's make
Listen, not only loneliness, it's expensive.
Oh yeah.
Just imagine. I don't do this, like going on dates every single night.
No, that's too much.
But that's too much. Every night is too much. I feel like there has to be a balance.
I mean, even every weekend is a lot.
Yeah, I agree because as a man, you're expected to pay. You're expected to, pay for drinks, pay for food, whatever you decide to do after. You're expected to pay. Not always it happens. You might find that girl that'll be like, "Yo, we can go half and half," and that's cool. We can do that all day. But how many people can you find like that would like go half and half on things? Some girls just go on dates just to eat for free, and that's the truth. I'm gonna keep it 100.
All right. So if you are a lady watching,
he's
single.
Hit up his DM
RJB .
So yeah, go ahead.
So tell us a little bit about who is RJB. Like, just tell us a little bit about who you are.
Yo, I was just talking to somebody about this question. I was like, yo, I need to put together something when somebody asks me who I am. What am I gonna say?
I mean, just whatever comes first. Like,
who are you? You gotta say the truth. How about let's start with the truth?
Right. But it was something that came up yesterday because they just asked me a whole bunch of different type of questions, and I love it because there's things that I really just never thought about as far as that you start really thinking about. But yes, Rodney J. Bailey. Some people call me Smiles. You can call me RJB.
Okay.
I got 3 beautiful boys and 1 princess that I love to death.
How old is she?
She's 12.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. So we just got her a phone, and her mother was like, "Yeah, she put a picture for you," and I'm like, "What picture is it? What picture is it?"
That's so cute.
And she sent me the beautiful picture of us when I went up there. I surprised her for the father-daughter dance.
Oh, that's nice.
To Atlanta, and we took this picture, and it was just, and she picked that picture.
That's awesome
for me. So I was like, "Oh my God."
That's awesome.
So you have a favorite.
Don't make a man say that here.
If we was in the 4 walls together, I might tell you something different, but this is recorded. So, they're going to get old. They're going to come back. I'm like, I knew it.
That's true.
We found this back in 2022, Dad.
But the boys will understand because it's like girls are more like attached to their father.
Right. Yeah. I feel like it, and especially if you're the only girl, you're going to be a daddy's girl. Like, I don't know. I've never had a daughter, but, I've seen Gianna, how she is with her dad. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, a bond that you can't even break. So
that's true.
Like it's just crazy. But
yeah. So
tell us a little bit more.
4 kids. I started as a realtor in 2014. I built a successful team, RJB and Co. Then I decided to, open my own brokerage, buy a franchise, Realtor Realty downtown. So I'm one of the few, if not the first, Black-owned brokerages.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's a good look. So that's, in essence, that's me right there.
Awesome. I mean,
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh. The ladies are running away.
Let me just put it up front, so you know. But
I don't know. They say that Scorpios are a little cuckoo.
Nah.
Is that true?
Nah. They say we're jealous too, but I'm not jealous. I'm not something like that. No, I'm not jealous.
No, they say that Scorpios are possessive. Is that true?
We're not possessive. We just demand respect. me personally. I'm talking about me. Respect. That's it. And we always gonna be good.
Okay. I mean,
you need a label to ask for respect. So it's like, what kind of respect are you asking for? That's the crazy Scorpios.
Okay, let me see if this is crazy. Actually, let me know if this is crazy. Man, I don't even know the example. If we're out together, right? We're out together. A guy comes up to you. You talk to him. He's trying to holler at you, whatever the case may be. If you don't shut him down, like in the first couple minutes, what we doing here?
What if it's a friend?
What's going on?
What if it's a friend?
Well, if it's a friend, you're gonna introduce me.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. Right? You're gonna introduce me.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch the signs. You gotta watch the movement. It's like, what type of movement is going on right there? Because it's right. You can talk with someone and then be like, "Yo, so I'm here with my friend, or my buddy, whatever, my boyfriend, whatever it may be, Ronnie, blah blah blah." You know. But if you kind of like see the I guess the flirtatious, conversation going on, I think I would say some shit too.
Bro, just respect right there.
And I ain't no Scorpio.
You're not. You're far away from that.
Yeah, no, I'm not jealous at all. I think I am a little. I don't know, maybe a little bit. Depends. But so now that we're talking about this whole jealousy subject, so like we're still in the month of February, so it's a fair question to ask you. Like, what is your definition of love? And this is a broad question because you got kids. You've been in. I guess I don't know if you were married back then or you were just in a relationship, but just what's your definition of love?
Oh my God, I was married.
For how long?
And if she's watching this, she gonna be like, "Answer this question. Let me hear this question." I know it.
Wait, but how long were you married for?
I was married for about 4.5 years.
Oh, okay. I
was married for 4.5 years. So we almost got to the 5 years. I guess they say after 5 years,
After 5 years, it's gonna be forever. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought that by me. Never mind. Just answer my question. I don't want to branch out.
That's a hard question to ask. I guess it just depends. It depends what your idea of love is. And my idea of love is just, caring.
Right.
Unconditional. Unconditional.
Damn, that's deep.
That's hard. And that's some of the Scorpio in me because you're loyal. So it's unconditional. So
you either go all the way or don't go at all.
What I mean about that, and this is hard to find.
Right.
I think, unconditional. But it should be, if I'm gonna give you something, you got it. If I give it to you, you got it. I don't care what happens after that, it's yours. I'm not an Indian giver. I'm not gonna ask for it back. I'm not gonna, pay for your hair, let's say, every week. And then, if I get mad at you, then I'm not gonna pay for your hair every week. Something like that.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is like I'm giving you stuff unconditionally.
Right.
God.
Maybe the hair thing is not a good example because
but it's something.
I would cut that off.
It sounds like that was an experience, it came like it's close to you.
So you loved me during my good times, my bad times, my
worst times. Yeah.
Yeah, like you expect her to cook for you even if you fuck up.
That's beautiful.
But wait, like that's
beautiful.
Like you.
He said unconditional.
Yeah, no.
He said unconditional.
It's true. It's true because let's just say, and I'm just putting an example, and I don't mean to like use her, but your daughter. Let's say that love is unconditional. You cannot you know, you cannot do anything that she would look at you with a different set of eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, for example, you would have missed that dance that you went to last year. Like, I'm sure she would still love you to this day. Right. But the fact that you took your time to actually go out there and be present, then that make a huge impact in her life. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
no, that's awesome. That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
It's definitely unconditional. Me and my ex-wife, we still have a great relationship.
That's good.
That's good.
We have a great relationship, great parenting, co-parenting relationship, and you know, I'll always be there for her because it's unconditional love. Even though we're not together and maybe we can't work out,
right?
Still like love her, you know. So I'm still gonna be there for her. I ain't gonna. She's stranded on the road. I ain't talking to you. I ain't going to just on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, what you calling?
What the? I'm gonna help her.
That's good. So unconditional love is what love is to him. So
that's awesome.
For the people that are watching and the people that are gonna play this back and recognize you, can you tell us about Smiles and South Star?
So yes, South Star, Smiles and South Star. So that is our group. I was Smiles. My boy Rob was South Star. We started we dropped the album around 02. But before that, I was doing music by myself. I was doing music. Then I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know how long you guys been here.
I honestly just knew about you being a superstar like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Because I was born in Puerto Rico, raised in Puerto Rico, so I didn't know much about hip hop, you know, especially back in the day, like back in the early 2000s, right? Is that when you released your album?
It was the early 2000s. So, I was doing a solo thing. Then the guy I was trying to mention was NSX. That's what they called them, NSX. This was a long time ago. If anybody's on here that's been in Orlando for over 20 years knows exactly who I'm talking about. He was doing music, so I put my music on hold.
Oh,
I was like, you know what? He's got the money. We're cool. He's already got his single pressed up. Let me support him. So when he goes up, I'm coming up with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
use leverage.
Pick him up, what support he needs, and then when he comes up, I could be right after him.
Right.
Unfortunately, in the music scene in Orlando, it's not like that.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure not in Orlando only. I'm sure everywhere.
Right. It's like crabs in a bucket.
Cutthroat.
It's crabs in a bucket. I'm not going to help you because then you're going to be a superstar. And who am I going to be?
Right.
Too. You right there with him. So anyway, that was the thing I was doing until that kind of fell apart. And then I met a guy named Dakari. He was a producer. I was in the music store. I forget it was. I think it was Sam Ash, and I used to always go there because Sam Ash. They had the mics. Test out whichever one you want to buy, so you could put headphones on and you can actually hear yourself in that mic. So I used to just go there and just practice my freestyles and things of that nature.
Wow.
Dakari, this might be the first time I told the story.
Oh, really? That's
good. Give me the scoop.
So Dakari walked in there and he seen me and he was like, "Yo, nice. Come meet me at the studio. I'm with Transcontinental." I don't know if you guys remember Transcontinental and Luke Perlman. He's the one that started the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, NSYNC. He brought all of them down when they was down here for Disney, and he put them in the studio. He signed them, and he recorded them. He was a billionaire. Until the whole Ponzi scheme happened and all that other stuff. We're not going to get into all that.
That's another story.
They have a whole documentary on him, actually.
Oh shit!
Oh wow!
So he worked for Transcon, but at that point, Transcon that's where everybody came to record. Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, everybody came to Transcon to record. So he was a part of that. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let's link up. Linked up, and he had South Star in the studio as well. Now I knew South Star. We kind of both knew each other just from in the circuit doing freestyles and doing shows. So it was kind of cool.
Okay.
And that's when we, started recording. I was still working at the Marriott at that time. So I was writing rhymes at the front desk when people are checking in. I'm way and things of that nature. And I did that until I signed the Smiles of South Star deal. Fast forward, and we sold 500,000 copies.
Wow.
We toured around the world. We met so many people, and we've been almost everywhere. But I say that I really haven't been there. You know, I've been everywhere, but I've only been for about 4 or 5 hours. I get there 10 p.m. I'm performing at 11. I'm going at 2 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so
you've performed in a lot of places. You actually
have an experience.
Yeah, like having like visited, I guess.
Everything. You know, in LA and New York and Mount Rushmore, we did that. Sometimes we have a layover. We have like 2 days where we could chill and go to the mall and things of that nature.
But you guys did the private jets, like you did all that.
we did some of that. Yes,
some of that.
We were brand new, so we was in an 18-passenger van grinding it out.
Oh shit! Okay.
Our first show, we had about 20 people. Nobody.
That's a real hustle right there.
Yeah.
And then I have the video too. About 8 months later, after the single came out, which is called "Tell Me," that single came out and it blew up.
Tell me what you think is going.
It went all over.
She's a big fan.
Yeah, it went all over the world. And then our next show, 60,000, 70,000 people.
Wow, that's awesome.
Cheers to that shit.
And you still friends with him. That's awesome.
And that's still my dog. He does loans now. So he's in the office.
I actually met him. We actually met him at we met him before the event because he was hanging out in the office and we got to meet him. And then Giselle was telling me like, oh, that's South Star. I'm like, oh, no shit, man. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. Like, and I was like, YouTubing you, and I was like looking at the videos, and like, bro, it's like very, very early 2000s hip hop. Like,
I had the baggy jeans on.
Yeah.
And those were one-on-ones. I went to every high school in Orlando to get the patches. Some schools didn't want to get, the Letterman jacket, the letter of the school, high school. I put them all on my pants at every high school in Orlando. And some people didn't want to give it to me. They were like, oh, you didn't graduate here. You can't get a letter. I'm like, I'm about to do one of the biggest videos in the world right now. You want to be represented?
Right.
Or you want to be left out?
Right. Like, man, I'm trying to prove a point here, man. I'm trying to take Orlando to the next level.
Yes.
And that's awesome because like me, like a person like me that came from, Puerto Rico and then ended up in Orlando miraculously, I would have never found out about something like that unless I actually met the people that I've met and I've actually done the research and all that.
Right.
Because it's not only her that has told me about it. Like she had friends that, recognize you or saw your picture or saw you hanging out with her when she was on your team, and then they would tell me oh, it's Smiles. I'm like, who the hell is Smiles? That's Rodney. Like, what are you talking about?
Gissel, where's those girls at?
Dang, I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
But I want to ask you about your logo. If whoever's watching and rewatching this later on, if you can see in the bottom right, your bottom right, you can see his name and you can see his logo right there. But I think, and I want to ask, does your dots have a meaning? Like, what does it mean? Like, what does your logo mean? Does it have some just profound, I guess, definition about it?
Yeah, it took me. I was trying to rebrand myself, and I'm gonna tell you, it took a year to come up with some. I've came up with so many different things, but nothing really stuck the way I wanted to stick like the Rjb and Co. When I created that, I was like, this is it. Right when you get that feeling,
right?
Brazilian group, it feels good. Feels like it fits you. So it took me over a year with many designs, and then just one freaking night, I was working on something, and the Rjb came alive. When I did that, I was like, this is perfect, but it needs to have some more meaning. So I wanted to include myself, my family, certain people looking at it. Okay, I see it as real estate. okay, I see the logo as a coach, or I see the logo as a broker, you know. But my family, I want them to see it as this is his family. So each dot, so there's 4 rows of dots which represent each one of my kids.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So
That's smart.
it starts from the youngest all the way down to the oldest. So you see 4 dots. Ezra, you know, then you got Kayla and Jordan and Jaden, and that's how it runs down because Jaden is the oldest. So when you remove those dots or you turn them around, you will see all my kids. So it's RJB, myself, and then my kids.
Oh,
That's cool.
that's some deep. That's some deep
That's
meaning. You
deep.
really, yeah, you really
You
have.
really now I see why it took you a whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this is the logo. This is gonna be my legacy. This is gonna be what is gonna be here after me. So
How old is your oldest?
he's 16.
Oh wow,
Does he-
teenager, full
Yeah.
teenager year, like full blown teenager.
Does he is he like inspiring to be a realtor? Does he ask you questions about it? Like, what does he want to be when he grows up?
Well, he actually lives in Vegas. Nice.
Nice.
So
Nice,
he's doing basketball. That's his thing. He's an athlete.
cool.
That's awesome.
Jordan, my other son, he's an athlete as well. He's doing football and a little basketball. My daughter's just being a princess. She's a genius. She has oh man, am I that freaking drunk?
He's been drinking since 5, guys.
Yeah, that was the first thing when he logged in. He's like, "I've been drinking since 5, guys. Let me open up this new bottle."
So that you know, take it easy.
Those are my kids, so I love them to death, and I just want to leave something for them. So this is why I work so hard,
Right?
That's good.
every day, because it's for them.
Yeah, it's not for you.
So what does the J in RJB stand for? Because you never say the whole thing.
I don't. I never say.
I know it's Rodney and Bailey, but what was the J stand for?
Bailey. Well, it comes from my dad. It's my dad's middle name as well, James.
James.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I would never expect that.
I thought it was John. I thought it was John for some reason.
Yeah, like Jonathan.
Bond.
I don't know.
Or Jonathan or something like.
Rodney Jonathan.
Right. James.
Or Rodney Jason.
Rodney Jason Bailey.
So your dad's name is James.
It's Richard James Bailey.
Richard James, gotcha.
Yeah,
And
James Bailey.
and I mean I don't know because were you born and raised in Orlando?
Great. So I was born in the Bronx. New York. You know what I'm saying? Where hip hop started. I was there till I was around 14, and then my mother brought me upstairs and was like moving to Florida, and I was so mad at her.
Oh my God.
I want to move to Florida because all I knew about Florida was white people. Let's just be real about it.
It's keep it 100. There was a bunch of white people over here.
Yeah, you know, I was in the hood. I wouldn't say it was the hood, but I guess it was the hood. But you know, that's all I see was, you know, ethnic people in the Bronx. It was black, Dominican.
Yeah.
A big melting pot over there.
Yeah, big tall buildings. You know, that's how I never knew anything except what I see on TV.
Right.
Mhm.
So I was pissed at her. But what changed my mind is she said that I'm gonna have my own pool.
Oh.
Like, wait, what?
He was like, okay.
My own pool. Now, you know, in New York,
Yeah.
public pool. You swimming with everybody.
FDR.
Everybody. Whoever can get in, you swimming with them. Big old pool. My own pool? That
was a crowded ass pool.
Yeah, what? And then they do the washing machines on you. And
I mean, I never. Well, yeah, I went one time to a public pool, and it was in Chicago, so I can imagine how it was in New York because this was a suburb in Chicago, and it was packed. Like that pool was freaking packed. The water felt warm. That's how many people were in there.
Yeah,
like that's how bad it was. But I can only imagine in New York.
Oh yeah, this is bad.
Was there only one pool in the Bronx?
No. You have to drive. You have to drive far.
Oh yeah.
It was called FDR Franklin D. Roosevelt Pool. That was one that we went to. And it used to get so packed, and they always had to like stop it midway because somebody like took a shit in.
Could you imagine how many people pissed in that pool?
Yeah,
I bet. I bet your eyes would come out as red as a freaking tomato.
No, I would not go under the water. I would just be like, because that's disgusting.
Oh my God! Yeah, so you tell a 13-year-old kid he gonna have his own pool, I'm going.
Yeah. So was it difficult as a 14-year-old to like transition to living in Florida?
Not as much as somebody would expect, because when we moved and she bought a house down here with the pool, I was fortunate enough to have some neighbors that were from New York as well.
Oh, okay.
They were a little younger than me, and one was about my age, and I'm still friends with all of them right now.
Oh, that's nice.
So we connected, and it helped a lot more because we were speaking the same language.
That's good.
That was a blessing, and I think it was the best move she could have made for me.
Oh yeah,
it was the best move. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know, but you tell me that you appreciate moving out here too.
Oh yeah,
and you did it for a bigger reason.
I moved out here because of when my daughter had just turned 1. We had the opportunity, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna do it, take a risk. I didn't know what I was gonna do here, and my mom was like, oh my God, you're crazy. And I was like, whatever. And I moved over here, and it's been the best thing that happened.
Yep, because she met me.
I felt like I was
right answer.
Really? That too, but I felt like I was living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't like the weather. It was the trains. I got to buy my house here. I'm doing something that I actually love, so it's like it worked out, and she loves it here.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I had the because I came to Florida after I left the active duty service. So once I was done with active duty, I had 2 options. I can either go to Florida with my sister that she was already down here, or I can go back to Puerto Rico. And I already had a car payment, cell phone payment. I didn't have much going on, but I was like, okay, I was always responsible. So I was like, listen, I can either go back home and try to figure it out, or I can try to go to Florida and have more opportunities. So I just drove down to Florida, had all the opportunities that I have, and here I am. Like, I don't regret a moment of what I did, because it is what it is.
Florida's freedom.
Yeah, freedom state. So you opened up the brokerage during the pandemic, 2020, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What month was it? Was it like after
Was
March?
it right before the pandemic, or?
Yeah, it was right before the pandemic. We opened up. It was February 1st. So I was like, okay, good. It's February 1st. Right before the spring is coming, we're gonna kill it. But I had all these plans and everything, and then next thing you know, March came, and everything shut down.
Damn.
So it's great that the systems that we have. It's great that we had the dot loop, the Zoom, things of that nature as far as the brokers, so we could actually still do business.
Connect, yeah.
2020. And we grew our fastest during that time.
Right.
During those
Did you ever feel discouraged during the pandemic? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Or what am I gonna do? Or
just opening the office was, I had to get over that fear. Know that on the other side of fear is success, but it's really tough, and everybody deals with that. Okay, with anybody, even the best motivators are still dealing with that. That's not something that ever goes away. You just got to know how to, when it happens, you know how to get through it. Right? You still want to make a sound decision, and I think it was the right decision. I was just worried about the overhead, the new overhead. Are we gonna sell enough? It wasn't that many of us.
Right.
It was right downtown, so the overhead was
costly.
Nice.
Downtown is downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can call yourself downtown, but downtown is downtown.
Are you really downtown? Let's talk about it.
Right.
Downtown. There's brokerages out here They say they got this one name, but they 10 miles away from it. I don't understand that. Like, if you gonna say you downtown, then be downtown.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. So yeah, we are truly downtown, and we grew from there. And then another thing that happened was, I started with 1,300 square feet, 1,400 square feet. It was small. I just had an office for myself.
Also, it wasn't that whole area we got right now.
No, it was small.
Nah,
oh wow.
It was just where it says good vibes only. Where the green grass. That's where it started at. To the back, to where Chelsea's office is. So I had Chelsea's office was my office. And then I had of course I had the bullpen, and then I had the team office. That was it. So it was enough for what we had, but then as we started to grow, here it is again. I want the whole hallway because I got to go through the whole office. I'm like, I want this. I need this. And they like, why don't you just get it? I'm like, hold on, we just started. Hold on again. Hold it for us. Hold it for us. And, I stepped out on faith. And was like,
that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was just like, it was just that side.
Yeah, it was smaller.
Yeah.
Way smaller than that. So
next year we're taking over the whole floor.
They want me to. They want me.
We're gonna take over the whole floor because we're gonna need some more.
They did. So yeah, taking over that other half. I doubled my rent. I also doubled my square footage, but we had to rent those offices out, and
now you have them all rented, right?
I have every last one of them rented. Yep.
That's good.
One of them rented. Yeah, let's get up for that.
You gotta pay for that rent.
Yeah, no. And the thing is like it gives us some space to actually, focus and get to work. And, us going to the office gives us that motivation to put in the work. Because sometimes we used to work from home and you could probably get something done, but there's always distractions from home. And
you got that. I do this on my Learn series that I'm going to drop soon. Working from home is too many distractions. You want to wash the dishes, you want to do the laundry. Maybe you got Netflix on. Let me just watch this one episode. Back to the It's just it's too much. You should be in the office. And even if you don't have an office that you rent, you should still be there. That's why we have the bullpen.
Right.
And not just our brokerage. Everybody has a common area that you can come in and get on the grind so you can focus. Right. Oh, I don't have any clients. My pipeline is there.
Well, that
still be in the office.
Right. That's what you need to be working on is getting that pipeline filled. Like,
I can almost guarantee you that you don't have your Facebook set up right. You don't have your Instagram. You don't have your LinkedIn. You don't have your TikTok, your Snapchat, your Pinterest, all that stuff.
Not only that, but when you get dressed and you go out and you go to the office and you
put in the work,
like you just start attracting so much that you can't attract at home by yourself. Like you see other people, you start networking with them, something pops up because you're putting in that effort,
Right. I feel like the law of reciprocity, it works. Like, you might be putting in the work, calling fistbowls, calling absentee owners or whatever. You might get hanged up 25 times. And then you get a call from someone that, at that point wants to sell or buy or do something. It's like, holy shit, like the world is actually compensating me for the work that I'm putting in, regardless of what the outcome might be of the work that I'm actually putting in. And I feel like that should be some motivation for those agents that, like you said, that have nothing in the pipeline, that don't know what to do. It's like, get to the office, like ask other realtors, what are you doing to get business? Like, what are you doing to be successful? That way you can, network and get ideas from other realtors and, make them your own. Because at the end of the day, there's enough money and there's enough commissions for everybody to make out there.
Yeah, not only that, but you want to get in the room with other people who are producing, who are doing stuff that you want to do. And by you just getting in that room with those people, you're going to get knowledge.
Right.
I feel.
Listen,
but
everybody knows what to do. It's just if they're at home, they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's harder.
I'm like, you know what? Let me just do this because nothing else going on in these four walls. When I first started at the brokerage, I had nothing going on. Yeah, I had some rentals that I was working on, but I had no sales, regardless of the fact I came to the office every single day, sitting there, listening in, trying to gain some knowledge. A top agent came to me and said, listen, I see you here every day. You serious about it? Let me give you a lead.
Hey,
there you go.
It just happened.
Just as simple as that.
There you go.
I answered, me or Karina answers the company line. We get leads from there.
Right.
I'm not calling I'm going to look through the office first before I text or call somebody, hey, can you take this lead? I'm going to look through the office. Who's here day in, day out, or at least 2-4 days a week that's really trying to get it in? I'm going to help them. It's just facts.
And not only that, this is the only business that you get out of it, whatever you decide to put in it. Like, if you decide to just slack off, not do nothing, not make no phone calls, like 90% of this business is talking to people on the phone, regardless if they're buyers, sellers, FISBOs, for Rjb owners, absentee owners, whatever it may be. Like, you have to be on that phone. You have to make sure that by the end of the day, you're so exhausted from talking to people on the phone that you don't even want to talk to your family on the phone.
Damn, not like that.
No, like that's how it should be. You're like, oh, my dad's calling me. Oh my God, I don't want to talk to him. I'm so tired.
There has to be balance.
No, I feel like that's how it should be. I mean, at least
you call it, because he's a cold caller.
In the beginning, if you don't have nothing.
In the beginning, it's true.
If your pipeline's dry, hit the phones. If your pipeline's full, hit the phones. Like,
this is facts, right? But what people gonna say is, oh, I don't like the phone and I'm scared, blah, blah, blah. Okay,
other things.
Go into Facebook. You always on Facebook anyway. Start sending some DMs.
Right.
Let a goal. Hey, I'm gonna send 30 DMs today. Just introduce yourself.
Let people know what you're doing. Let people know. People need to know what you're doing. They're not gonna reach out to you and let you know, hey, I need help buying or selling, if they don't know what you're doing out here.
We're gonna have a class on it. We're gonna have a class on it regardless.
Next March,
about social media and letting people know what you're doing. Because if you're a silent realtor, then nobody's gonna know that you're a realtor. Nobody's gonna refer you business.
Right.
So we'll talk about that. That's another class. But let's address the haters.
Let's toast to that real quick, though.
Let's toast to that before we address the haters.
My drink's almost done.
We don't have them. So, do you have any haters, and how do you deal with the haters?
I got a bunch of them.
We all do. Like, I can give you an example. I can post a picture of us on our social media.
Oh my God.
We'll get 120 likes, 56 comments. We look great, whatever. I can post something about our live. I can post something about real estate. I get 3 likes.
But that's not a hater. That's just human nature.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but human nature is one thing, and being supportive is another.
Okay.
See, because Vic, girls have different experiences than us.
Yeah.
You know that. You know, their experience is way different than ours. If we're not posting family, our kids, our grandmother, our moms, we be lucky if we get anything. But people are looking.
Right.
It's facts. People are looking. And I had haters when I did Smiles of South Star, and a lot of them was just mad because they didn't get the opportunity I did, or it's as simple as that. They felt like they should have been the Smiles of South Star, but they just didn't put the work in, or maybe they just didn't know the right people.
Right.
There's a lot of things, but it's not about me. It's about you.
Right.
Like, don't hate on someone else's success. That should actually motivate you.
Right.
I love to see people win. That is one of the main things for me. But you're gonna get haters. And then now what has happened, the people that hated us when we first started, they are now cool with us because they're like, yo, what you did was crazy, because it's hard as shit.
Yeah.
Right. It's easier now, but back in the days, there was no Instagram, Facebook. We kind of caught a little bit of MySpace.
Oh, MySpace.
Oh, it was a little fizzling after MySpace came, but when we was hot, we didn't have none of this stuff. So it was even harder to reach the people. So now the people that hated are now like, yo, what you did was, yo, you're a legend in Orlando for that.
That's awesome. So do you think like the competition is different when it came to that type of like whatever type of hate you used to have when you were in the music industry? Do you think that is different now in the real estate, or is there any type of competition that you feel do you feel like you have competition in the real estate industry?
No.
Good.
Not at all. We oh man, I'm gonna talk some shit. Yo,
this is keeping it 100.
We lead in the way. Now, yeah, we got people that the haters that I had in Smiles of South Star, it reminds me opening my own brokerage and doing what we're doing. It reminds me of how it was when we first started Smiles of South Star. Right. Because they just hate what we're doing, because we're changing the fucking game. That's it. Yeah. How we run a brokerage is totally different. It's totally different. The way we designed our office is totally different than what everybody else is doing. I come from the old school. If you got that outfit on, I'm not gonna go to the store and buy the same outfit. I gotta be different.
Different. That's how I feel. I'm like,
I know you feel like that. You from New York.
I love to be different.
You from the Bronx, so you ain't gonna do what they doing. You gonna try to come up with your own thing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what's ingrained in us. So that's why I take real estate. When I was a realtor, I did the Bailey jump because everybody was doing the regular key thing. I was like, I need to separate myself. I'm not gonna do that. So I did the Bailey jump. And that took off. That was great. I got on HGTV network with that. I did house hunting.
Oh yeah, he was house hunting.
Really? That's dope.
Yeah,
that was dope. And then now as a broker, I've been to 3 different brokerages, so I know how they operate. And I'm like, I don't want to do it like that. I'm gonna take some of the good things that I like, but other than that, we changing the game. We're right now changing the game. We're like in it right now.
For those who are watching, let us know if you agree, disagree. If you want to talk some smack back to Rodney, right now is the time. Recognize yourself as a hater. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there and say something, because I know you're pretty heated right there on that other side watching us right now.
I feel like in an industry where there's so much competition, you have to like
stand out.
Yeah. Like you can't try to fit in and try to be like everybody else. You have to stand out somehow. So you're doing a good job.
No, I agree 100%.
We have my mind. I'm a creative mind, so I got a whole bunch of things I want to do. But as far as the brokerage is something that's going to be hard to duplicate. Like you could look at my office and you could duplicate the lights and the pictures, the colors. You could do all that, but you cannot duplicate the culture and the agents that we have in the office that look out for each other, support each other.
Right.
Like you guys don't have to talk to anybody, but somebody comes into your office, you talk to them. Vic, I seen you in a couple other agents' offices. Just that type of culture that everybody just wants each other to win. There's no hate. That you can't duplicate that stuff.
Yeah, you can't.
You don't have it, and that's what's driving them crazy.
Yeah.
That is because, and we do it with no strings attached. You know what I'm saying? We do it because we wanna put ourselves out there. We want to learn. We want to grow, and if we can teach and give value to someone, then I feel like God is gonna always, recompensate us some way or somehow, with a blessing.
Yeah.
Exactly. We got a comment right here on YouTube from Solomon Williams. Ronnie's the man. I knew it from day one. Love that dude. There you go. You got some love too, bro.
Love, Rodney.
Yeah, Solomon, man. Me and Solomon go way. Like the people that seen it from the beginning, and him, he kind of seen it after Smiles of South Star. Because after Smiles of South Star, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I did the solo thing a little bit. I did a song with Lloyd. It was called Nightlife. We shut down the whole Las Vegas.
Oh, nice! I love Lloyd.
It's called Nightlife. So if you look up Mr. Smiles Nightlife, you can see the video on YouTube. It was dope. It was crazy. And then, that ended. So I had to figure out what was I going to do. Am I going to work at Chick-fil-A? It's like, nah.
Sundays off, though.
I get Sundays off. But nothing wrong with Chick-fil-A because I love the workers there. I wish I could just hire all of them.
They meant nice.
I wish I could hire all of them.
All right.
But it's like when you're in music, it's the gift and the curse. Yeah, you got fame and people know you, but then if things fizzle down, how are you supposed to go to a regular job and people are going to be looking at you? And that's just us dealing with, the mind. I mean, it's just the mind of
the ego. That's the ego talking to you.
That's the ego, you know what I'm saying? But now I could see that it's just the ego. So I should have just buckled down and took the job. But I did work. And one of the things I did was with Solomon. Like, I ran not his whole business, but part of his business. And that's how I met him. Because I was like, okay, I'm not running into customers or nothing like that. Nobody's going to see me. I could just work and just get busy. So meeting Solomon was in that from Smiles of South, was in between Smiles of South Star and becoming a broker. And becoming a broker, that happened when my ex-mother-in-law, she mentioned, maybe you should be a realtor. And a couple other people were saying, yo, maybe you should do real estate. And it was like, damn, that, I love design. I love helping people. I come from customer service background.
Right.
Yeah.
Be my own boss. This might actually work. So I took the test instantly.
So when did you become a realtor again?
You said
2014.
2014. Okay.
So 6 years later, 2020, you were running your own brokerage at that time.
I was running my own brokerage.
So, I mean, I feel like the first 5 years in a realtor's life or a realtor business is the hardest one, like the hardest 5 years, because
I think the first year is the hardest.
I mean,
the 5 years in real estate, man, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you made it 5 years, like
I'm like this. Good. I'm like this much. Like
you haven't hit your 5 years yet?
No, not fully.
Oh,
about to.
Well, like the thing is, it's like people might think because this is a real. And let me keep it 100 here. Like people think because all they see is the closings, the pictures, like boop, celebrations, champagne, but they don't see when people waste your time. They don't see when people waste your energy, your gas, your patience,
or when deals fall apart.
When deals fall apart,
you can't control it.
Like when I don't know, when lenders lie to you when you have a listing and you try to get out there and make sure you have the best offer for your client as a listing agent, and then the lender lies to you just so they can get the deal.
We can go on for days.
Go on forever about it.
Yeah.
Like they don't know that. They don't see that side, and people might think. They see Selling Sunset. They see
Selling Tampa.
They see Netflix. They see HGTV, and they think that it's TV ready. That it's so easy, and in reality, it's like
no. If something is easy, everybody will be doing it.
Right. That's true.
But everybody thinks it's easy. That's why everybody's getting a license, and then when they get into it, they're like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah,
it's a hard job.
Because I've gotten a couple DMs like, "Oh, you make it look easy," and I'm like,
no shit, I make it look easy because I'm giving you the easy shit to watch. Like I'm not telling you about the hard stuff that happens in the background. Like,
right,
like having to get seller clients, having to get buyer clients to win offers in this crazy market that we have right now. Like people just don't see that.
No,
people don't see that. People just think the commissions. That's
it. But who inspired you to be a realtor? Or what inspired you? Like where in your career, like, because you were doing music or whatever, and I don't know what you did after that, but then what made you be like, okay, I want to do real estate?
Like I said, I had a bunch of different odd jobs, and I was trying to figure out what was the next what the next play was going to be, and damn, that's crazy. I had this one job, and I was trying to move up in the company, and they kept denying me. Anytime I used to go for a promotion, nope, they were like negative.
Really?
Damn.
Nope, they it was a lot of ass kissing in that job, and I'm not an ass kisser. I'm gonna do my work.
Was it corporate, like a corporate job?
Yeah, it was like a corporate job. But listen, they had me doing the videos for them. They had me doing
Oh.
all this stuff. I'm like, yo, how you not gonna give me the promotion?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm already putting in the work.
But what I
Yeah.
didn't know it was all God's plan. Nah, you ain't, because if I let you get this promotion, you ain't never gonna leave it.
Yeah, you're gonna get comfortable. You're gonna get comfortable.
You're
I
gonna just
think
keep trying to rise up, and then you're not gonna ever own the business because it's somebody else's business.
right.
You're gonna keep
Right.
rising up. So you know what? I'm not gonna let you get the jobs. And he did not let me get the job. And I was like, I'm gonna quit this job. And I gave my 2 weeks, and I got into real estate. So a couple people were saying, yo, you should do real estate. I just listen to people, and I had a conversation with somebody about just listening, just be a listener. Because when I used to do raps and write music, people I was around helped me write the music because I'm just listening to what they say. They might say a gym, and I'm
Right.
like, I didn't get to where I'm at right now just off of my own brains because I was
Right.
listening to what people say.
Right.
When I started the Bailey jump, it was just me jumping. And I was like, this is dope. It gets no better than this. Somebody said, yo, why don't you get your clients to do it too?
Wow, look at that.
I'm not listening. And I'm thinking I'm a know-it-all. I'm brushing that off. And
That ego.
You gotta be a student. You gotta be a student.
I just missed all the likes. I just missed HGTV because when I started doing that with the clients, that's when the HGTV came. I would have missed a lot of opportunities if I wasn't listening.
Right.
So even now to this day, when people sign up to my office, I tell my agents, don't be afraid to say, give me ideas. Like, hey, maybe we should do it this way, or maybe we should do it that way. Or how you think about this? I'm gonna take it in consideration. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense. But if it does, if I could pick something out of it that's gonna help us grow, I'm gonna do it. And that's why we've grown so fast, so quick.
Yeah, no, we recently had the art show, and that was a total hit. And I'm sure that
awesome.
that was something that Lewis brought up to your attention last year, and you saw the potential in it, and now it's. I know he's preparing for next year already, so we're preparing for the third year
it's gonna be
consecutive.
bigger.
So I'm very excited.
Unfortunately, he's outgrown our office, so he's probably going to move it somewhere else, which is unfortunate. But I'm happy to see that he's growing that thing.
No, and that's awesome. Like it's something different, something that, like you said, people are not used to seeing, and they might get some heat from it just because it's something different. But at the end of the day, it works because it got people together. It got people to just be together in one location. Experience the art, because the art was amazing.
Yeah,
like the art was awesome. The party was amazing. We had a great time. So I cannot wait for next year what he has in stock. But what's the vision for the La Rosa Downtown Orlando office? Like what is your vision, long term and short term? If you can tell us briefly.
Absolutely. Shout out to my boy Rob Campman.
Hey, Rob.
He's one. Yeah, he's seen it from the beginning too. So the people that's seen it.
He got a lender. I think we got a lender for him. So.
Need the right lender. No, he says.
No, he's the lender.
He's
a lender. I got you.
You were complaining, and he's like, you need the right lender.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, that's a normal message. That was 5 minutes ago. Never mind.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's really great at what he does. So.
No more drink for him.
No
more drink for him. Drink. Short-term goal for me is I want to get to 100 agents.
Okay.
In the next 2 months. I want to end at 150 agents.
So you're gonna have a cap?
Nah, ain't no cap here.
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Ain't no cap here. Ain't no cap here. No cap. We're gonna go all the way to the top, and the agents have to be right. And I interview every agent that comes into the office because the vibe has to be right. You have to be aligned with us. I don't care how many units you sold. You're not gonna come in here and mess up the culture of our office. It's not worth the money. You know what I mean? Right. You're gonna poison everybody else, and then it's gonna be done. Right. So, regardless of how many things you sold, houses you sold, you got to come in here with the right attitude and the open mind for us to grow. In the 5 years, I mean, we got to see.
What's the future look like for RJB?
Yeah, man. I love developing. So I want to start developing properties, start developing land. Low income people that might have bad credit or building their credit, to give them a chance to have home ownership. And
awesome.
Just affordable housing is one of the things that I want to do, and I love designing houses. So we're just gonna take it from there. That's as far as riding.
I can only imagine the designs are gonna be very intricate.
Yeah.
Your office looks amazing. So if it's gonna look anything like your office, then
Then we're looking at a high budget.
We're gonna have some of those. The design is gonna be well thought out, and that's Rodney J. Bailey. As far as RJB, I remember a long time ago they told me, yo, you need to start sharing your knowledge and what you know, and this RJB New Agents, my Learned series. So it's basically everything that I've learned since I've been in the business. I'm giving it to people, not in the professional way with a script and everything's, everything
can't be soft over here.
I mean, people like real.
Just some real, how I feel and what I've learned in the real estate business and how I dealt with it and how I think my recommendation for you. So exactly how I'm talking now is exactly how I'm giving up the knowledge. Right. And I'm going to start dropping it in March 1st. I'm just building up the content. So that's going to be a beautiful thing. I've never been, this might be hard to believe, but I've never been a video guy.
What?
I've always wanted to do video for years, but the fear of how I look.
How you look? What do you mean? You were doing videos in the early 2000s before YouTube started. Like,
I know.
Your name is Smiles. Like, you got the smile and everything.
Exactly. It's just, if you put me in front of 100,000 people, I'm comfortable. I'm gonna talk crazy. Or you put me in,
a camera
looking at me right in my face. I'm like,
no, I mean, it happens because I've seen people that they can't talk in front of people, but they are able to, do the whole
talk
video.
In front of the video,
that. It all depends of who you are. So I'm getting over that. I have gotten over that fear of worrying about how I look. Shout out to Vicky. She just signed with us as well.
Oh yeah.
She's the same. She says she has problems doing videos. So
this is a thing.
Make sure you go to our class, Vicky.
Yeah,
that's right. That's
right. You gotta learn.
Nice. We have social media week, but so that's what the videos are about. It's gonna start March 1st. I'm gonna start dropping them and being on video more. So if you see me, just know that, wow, this is the first time he's doing this and he's stepping over fear.
Oh, good. That's all. That's what life is about.
Yeah. Stepping over fear to do it. So
I feel like every time that you feel scared, it's usually because you don't know what's on the other side. And usually what's on the other side is always good. It's always ends up being good.
I feel like, and what I've learned from like fear is like whatever gives you fear is what you should like do the quickest.
Right.
Like just do the quickest and get it over with, because that's going to be something good. Like fear is a sign of something good. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So just not just the fear of doing video, but the fear of how I look. What are people gonna say? What are people gonna think of me? It's just crazy stuff that I've just left to the side, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to them. Not everybody's gonna like it. It's impossible to impress everybody. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna be myself, and the people that like me like me. You know, it goes back to when I first started my sign. I put my sign in the yard. I used to have my face,
Okay.
my black face. I was like, oh man, did I take my face off because maybe people not gonna want to work with a black realtor? This is real
Talk.
That's real talk right there. We got
Just
She
going
Boss Mobile.
Real
She's
talk.
saying
going
it.
through
It's
my
real.
head. Like maybe I should take off my face with my beautiful smile, and so I could get more people. You know, that's the things that we went through. But you can't worry
And I
about
feel like
that.
we go. I went through that too when I was doing my for sale sign. I'm like, I'm gonna take my whole picture off because I don't want people to judge me off my looks. I want them to judge me off of what I can do for you.
Proposition,
You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
I don't know. I had a really tough experience when I was in the Marine Corps, like with like racism and all that shit. That's a whole different freaking life that we could talk about. But it's true though. There is people out there that might see that and might think that way. But at the same time, you want to attract those people that want to work with you because you are you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I had a hard time when I was in the corporate world trying to figure out who I was versus who I want to be in the corporate world because I didn't want to be perceived as a different person. And it was hard for me because I felt like I was acting to be who they wanted me to be. When now I'm a realtor and I feel like I have more the freedom of being who the fuck I want to be, and whoever likes it, great, they can come work with me. If they don't like it, that's fine, they can work with somebody else. There's a lot of realtors out there. So at the same time, I can understand the hesitation that you had during that time, because unfortunately it does exist and it's out there, but you want to attract who you want to work with.
And that's what keeps people from doing video. That's what keeps people from doing a lot of things, because they're trying to impress people that probably don't even like them in the first place. So you got to get over that first.
Right.
And then, my brokerage is, I'm a hip hop dude. So most of the promotions is going to be some hip hop. It's going to be some R&B. It's going to be that. Maybe I won't attract this certain clientele, but then I'll get that clientele that'll work for me. People and if we want to talk about rags and riches, I deal with a lot of people with a lot of money, and they're the coolest ones ever.
Right.
Right? They doing crazy things. So it's just all about who you connect with. And if that's who you connect with, it's great. And the great thing about our brokerage, you can be who you want to be.
Yeah, I love that.
Is this? Think out the box, build your own brand like you guys are doing. The Resilient Group, that's your own brand. It's
like
I feel like our name and I feel like we resonate with our name, like resiliency. You got to be resilient in life. You got to be resilient in real estate. You got to be resilient as a person, because you're going to encounter situations that are comfortable. So you got to push through and just be, resilient. And I feel like we live up to that name. We just don't think it's just a brand and a logo.
Especially in this market, you have to be resilient, because you know how many buyers are out there. You know how many people get discouraged because they're putting an offer and it gets denied like a couple times. And it's like, you need to be resilient in anything, But before I ask you the last question that I want to ask you, I see that you have an elephant behind you, and there's elephants in the office. So what does an elephant mean to you?
I just like the elephant, but
really?
Elephant is
you just like it because you like an elephant? I thought it had like a meaning behind it.
Not the elephant. I mean, elephant is good luck. It's good.
Oh, it's good luck.
It is.
Yeah, it's good luck to have an elephant. So I try to have them everywhere. I'm laying my head at or I'm working at. I love the elephant. But a quick note: my favorite is a penguin, and a lot of people don't know that. But I love penguins. I would love to own one.
Wait,
we were walking like penguins today after leg day.
wait, you want to own an actual penguin?
I want to own a penguin.
Oh my God! If you own a penguin, I need to take a picture with your penguin.
You need a freezer. Yeah, big freezer.
Oh, actually, they can live. If you got a pool, they can live in Florida.
Oh yeah.
They can live in Florida. You know, I just gotta have enough land for them to live.
But not in a freaking Clorox.
Nah, I feel like that'll be dope. First of all, like I don't know why, but I feel like I want to own a monkey eventually in my life.
Oh my
like
God.
I want to have my own little monkey, bro. Like
Oh
that.
my God.
That would be awesome.
Yo, one of my friends had one of those. I'm scared of those because they.
What? Yo, I feel like they
scratch your face. I don't know if I got time.
Yeah, no, they could get bipolar. Like
I don't know. I'll punch
you.
I don't care.
No, don't.
Let me tell you. I years ago, because I like exotic pets, I actually wanted piranhas. So I did the research, and piranhas are illegal in Florida because they live in warm water.
Right.
So if I dump them, they'll take over the whole lake. They'll kill the whole ecosystem.
Oh my God.
So they're illegal in Florida. So what I did was I drove to Tennessee because it's cold out there and they're legal.
Okay.
Should I be saying this?
Yeah.
You're already halfway through it. Don't worry.
So I went to Tennessee. I had a whole setup. I had the cooler, I had the filter, and I bought 4 of them. They were like $5. They were like this big.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I bought them, got them to the house. I had like a 80-gallon tank, and I put them in there, and I started just feeding them little hams. And I tell you, 4 or 5 months, them things were like this.
Oh shoot!
Oh my God.
Friends used to come over. Did you feed them yet? You fed them yet? I used to feed them rats. I used to feed them chicken legs.
Oh my God!
Yo, that's cool.
Get thighs. I throw it in there. All gone.
Even the bone, like.
Oh my God, that's scary though. I can't have pets like that.
That's everything. It was 4 of them, and they worked together. One would come up, grab it, and then other ones are just.
But are they saltwater or?
No, they're freshwater.
Freshwater, okay.
Yeah, they're freshwater.
That's even scarier.
Yeah, no, it didn't get scary until they got like as big as this damn screen.
Oh shoot! Dang.
Oh my God!
I wanted to get rid of them. So here's the problem. I was like, yo, they too big. Yo, they're scaring the shit out of me. So I was like, okay, I'll just transport them. Let me get a net and transport them. When I put the net in there, they ate right through the net.
Oh my God, I bet. I fucking bet. You talk about they ate rats, they're gonna eat the whole net.
Duh.
How am I gonna get them out of my house?
Oh my God. I'm sure if you put them in a bucket, they'll eat the bucket too.
Listen, and I couldn't call people like Petland, like, hey, I have piranhas, I need this net. What are you talking about? Right. You can't have those. You know what I'm saying? I can't even talk to nobody.
So wow.
Oh my God.
I don't even want to ask you what you did with them because I don't want to incriminate you. Plead the fifth, bro. Plead the fifth.
No, wait. Let me just say it. I did not dump them in a lake. What happened is God sent, because you have to keep them warm, and the heater overheated, the heater that I had in it, and they just died naturally. So when I woke up in the morning, they were floating, in the water and on top of the water, and I'm like, I don't even trust it. Maybe that this is a game.
Oh my
I need to grab them, and then they're gonna try to bite me.
Oh, I'll be scared. Hell no.
I was still scared.
Oh, somebody wants to know when's the next draft day.
Yep. So somebody got people asking.
Oh yeah.
Rizal wants to know when's the next draft day.
The draft day, yeah, she came to the draft day. The draft day the next one is in April, actually.
Oh, okay. Coming up.
It was a huge success. So we're gonna try to do it every other month. Right now, we was doing it every other quarter, but it was such a great time. We're gonna try to do it at least every other month.
Okay.
Agents in. So
make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. Give us a like, give us some
turn
love.
on your notifications so that every Thursday at 7 p.m. you can watch our show.
Yeah, and then we got Rob too. I guess he got 4 also.
He bought four piranhas.
4 piranhas.
Oh.
I didn't even know he did that. I didn't even know that. For real?
I guess it's a trend. I guess it was something that maybe you guys talked about it or like knew about it or whatnot.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even
They
know.
hunt in a pack.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Oh my
I bet they
God.
do. They'll probably devour a whole crocodile if you throw them in a lake.
Yeah, so I do like exotic pets. But man, I love what you guys are doing. I really appreciate you guys bringing me on here anytime.
Wait, our last question. What's one word of advice that you can give any of our followers who want to follow their dream, but they're stuck? They're like, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck.
They're in the limbo.
Or they don't know what to do. Oh, man. You know what to do. You know exactly what you want to do. You just don't know how to do it. So try to figure that out. Do something that you love. It ain't going to be easy because you love it. It's not going to come easy. So you got to work towards it. So even if you have to get a job or even if you got to do something that you really hate and you really don't want to do it anyway. It's short term to get to your dream. So don't give up. I don't care what anybody's telling you. You hear this all the time. Don't give up. And it's still hard. Even though you hear it, it's still freaking hard, yo. Like, let's not front about it. But you gotta push through it. So if you got some support, some people to talk to get you through it, you gotta do what you gotta do to get to your dream. It's facts.
All right.
I like that. Well, I agree.
I appreciate your time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here with us. I know that your time is gold, the same as everybody's time. So the fact that you're here with us, it means the world. We'll make sure to catch you the next time. So if you guys are watching right now and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so by clicking the subscribe button in YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Can you tell me your Instagram real quick?
Everything is RJB dot.
There you go.
Easy.
RJB dot. You can follow
DOT.
There you
go. RJB DOT. So it's RJB dot everything.
There you go. You can follow the Resilient Home Group at Resilient Home Group. You can follow Gissel at Gissel Homes. You can follow me at Resilient Vet Ortega. I forgot my name.
We're gonna make them confused.
Follow everybody.
So Rob said he's seen them after he's seen mine.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was before, but damn, yeah, he got his. I didn't even know that, man.
He said he bought them in Indianapolis after I saw yours.
They fun. Vic, you trying to get some too? I know.
No, I hope not.
I want a monkey.
That's scary.
I want a monkey. I'm telling you, I want a monkey.
No.
I want a monkey. But all right, man. We'll make sure to catch you on the next one. Thank you so much once again. And for you guys out there, thank you so much for keeping it 100 with us. Again, this is your host, Victor Ortega. And Gissel. And we'll catch you next week, guys.
Bye.
Peace.